Okay, so this is real. I don't know if I necessarily, and yeah, I mean, unless you're gonna look at it from the anti-up perspective. Now that I'm looking at it, it's like, yeah, she wins the Academy Award, and guys, if you make it look like that for what the interrogation is, you hit a home run. Why? Because it's the truth. And we're gonna talk about why here in a moment for this female officer shot a big black, walking into the car, didn't have guns on him, didn't have the situation or standard. Starts to be some things about the overhead camera on gravity, and we're going to get into it.
Imagine this scene. You are a police officer and you see a man who you can tell is clearly intoxicated leave his car parked in the middle of the road.
I've been playing a game of chess.
You check his car and it's empty. You proceed to follow this man and you've noticed he's not armed.
Don't ask.
Do you A, talk to him and question what he's doing, and try your hardest to understand what is happening? B, call an ambulance because you can see he clearly is in need of it, or C, shoot him in the chest and kill him instantly while he still has his arms out. Well, this was the exact position police officer Betty Shelby was in.
What it is,
can you guess which option she picked?
For what standard base starts to be returned. Usually this, I would do with it for the IMA, again, is for a model of the prison system. It's going to go right to an officer inside the standard, and usually you'll hear a difference in my tone of conversation. Now, what this isn't what you think it is. This is actually a standard model about the department that you would want to look into. Now, why? Because, what do they keep saying about policy or some shit like that? Yeah, that turn right there. So, what's the hot inside here? Getting in the car, have team, have tasers. They call it out. Inside of there about what that is for how I have to come through that with the Sharps crew about what the numbers are. Click, bang, down, and out, up and down. Tell me about a thing. I don't know what he's got on the backlog for what it is and whether he's going to put it down or not. This is on camera. I don't know about the helicopter, man. I'm certainly Sears team going to go off inside here about what the overhead map is. This is an angling angle on the Oilers flow to how this thing rolls. Taser? I bring this in skid steer training course. I want you guys shocked inside here. Not quite the 5-hour course on the AR. ATP 519, and who knows, might as well be right. And that's a I need to know what's going on in terms of why she's on the bullet for what it is for the interpretation here. Now, wait a fucking second. Now, I'm sure the whole interrogation across the board for whether she gets the whole performance or not is going to be a good goddamn bit important to the harassment Sharps case on what goes on here. Now, luckily, I managed to make it through a bunch of this before actually it was up to somewhere's up in here.
On September 16th, 2016,
I drop back.
Terrence Crutcher, a 40-year-old black motorist, was shot and killed by police officer Betty Jo Shelby in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He was standing near his vehicle in the middle of a street. Police said Crutcher died in the hospital later that day. Tulsa Police Chief Chuck Jordan said no weapon was recovered from Crutcher's body or vehicle. Everybody has their own side to a story.
So, back to the prison system, old bull on the farm, having some girl pull down her pants, getting caught on camera over there, hopefully it's in the case. Bing bang. What I'm going to do with that, prison system. Why? Because there's a street beat. Now, what happens with SmackDown later when she's...
9:39 in the morning by my watch. This will be an interview with Officer...
Good and into it. Let's see. Where my volume at?
He didn't stop. I thought he was going for a gun. And
tighten it up here.
I took a target.
Like I said. And then you get there, pop into here about what standard information is, and
This is honestly an Oscar-worthy performance. She cries out and falls to the ground to seem as if she's feeling so much sorrow and pain for shooting at an unarmed man when in fact, those
like I said, the protocol to take
him
in and do what you gotta do. What 42's telling you is gonna be right there. One in the leg, one in the back, one in the chest. Starts to turn over because we got an incident case of Donut throwing one out there. There's so many of them. You can consider the difference here at the case state of what it does. What are the guards going to do on that camera footage if that comes into their prison?
He's gonna kill me! I've never been so scared.
And that's the point about the
Did you
beat
catch
cop
that?
situation for
Let me
what it is.
rewind
Now,
for you.
we talk about meat on the bone,
never
we
been
talk
so
about
scared.
what the standard is, and I'm not
She
disagreeing.
looks directly at the camera
Usually
lens as if
turn
to
it
make
on
sure
to
that the
something else,
camera
but
has
in
content
either
performance.
case,
She is trying to not only
the
act up for the
department
officer sitting in
kind
front
of
of
needs to
her,
have
but also
her
to the
at a
camera,
sergeant
as she knows
phase
it will be used in
inside
court
of
and examined by a
what
jury
that
to
standard
determine
is,
her
because I
fate.
can't have that pulling up on that. Why? For lots of reasons. Now, I will show you every other case of the man that does this, and other women inside the standard situations. Real quick, Your Honor, about what the standards are inside of here, Jerry.
She's had 3 days
What I
to prepare
believe,
for this interview.
whether I'm one
She
of those
seems
jurors
highly
just
coached
need
as
to
if
jump
she
the
rehearsed
stage and
all of this
go,
at home many times.
all right,
She
let's get
uses
this thing
sentences
going.
like I thought he was going to kill me, instead